Hiker Jay here. This week I'm going to be talking about rope dispensers. I recently got myself into a situation where I did not have any type of paracord or rope with me, and it was very frustrating. So I have made the decision to change that, and I really investigated. I looked into different dispensers because so many of us have our 550 cord just kind of wrapped up like this or in a bundle somewhere, and it's terrible to try to dispense it when you need it. These solve that problem in a big way. And you have options. You have micro cord and a regular 550 cord. These dispensers are packed full of features. I'm gonna break them down for you. Before I get into reviewing these dispensers, if this is the first time to my channel, thanks for stopping by. If you could hit subscribe and like, that would be awesome. I put out new videos every week on outdoor gear and such. And as always, the products that I'll be talking about, the links to them will be down in the description down below to my Amazon affiliate, so you can check them out yourself. Now, let's talk about these. So right off, when I started looking for paracord dispensers, I wanted something that was the 550 paracord that everybody uses. And so I came across this tactical rope dispenser. And Atwood Rope Manufacturing is the actual company that makes these dispensers, and they're made in the USA, so that's pretty cool. So as I said, I really wanted something for the 550 cord that everybody uses. Why is it 550? Because it will hold 550 pounds. It has 7 different strands in it to strengthen it within the actual sheath that it has on it. So I really wanted 550 cord. It's something that's around all the time. But as I started looking, I saw that they had this mini cord dispenser, and I was like, wow, you know, I don't think I always need the heft of a 550 pound type of cord, and I could carry more with the mini. So before we get into the features of this one, which has many, I want to talk about this little guy that I came across that I think is something that you should absolutely have in your go bag or in your vehicle at all times. So this is the mini tactical ropes dispenser, and this is mini cord. So this is 125 feet of cord, and it'll hold 100 pounds worth of weight. So that's awesome when you're just looking to like tie down a tarp or wrap something together and tie it. 100 pounds, that's plenty. So this dispenser is real easy to use. It's made kind of like almost like a tape dispenser. Doesn't it look like a tape dispenser? But it'll pull out quite freely once you pop it out of its kind of locking socket right there. It'll spool really easily, but I just kind of use this as a pressure gauge. When you're ready to dispense it, you just pinch on the top here, and it comes across the front here where it has a razor. So you just pull down on it and it cuts that easy. That's awesome because you don't have to have a knife or scissors with you at all, and you can just cut these off. Now, they are frayed, so you could actually use a lighter and light them, which I have kind of a mod for the bigger one that we're going to try out at the end of this video, so just stick around for that one. But that's basically it for the mini cord. Pretty sweet. It stays locked in here. Some people I saw in reviews say that this comes loose and then it kind of spools around. Now, I haven't had that problem. For me, I'm going to keep this in my mini little go bag that I made as video on this. I'm so happy with this. This sits under the seat of my Jeep at all times. Nice and small, narrow, everything that I need. If you want to check this video out, it's up here on the right. But it sits right in here, nice and easy and packed, and it's no problem. As it stands right now, I had like just 550 cord rolled like this in the bottom, but it's going to be so much nicer having a dispenser that's not going to get all messed up in there as it's stored under my seat. The last thing about the micro is that they do have refills. I think that you could actually just refill this yourself, but this spool comes right on out, and you can buy another spool for a pretty affordable price in different colors, and I'll put a link down below to that, and then you just put it back in the dispenser. So very much like tape, in that you can buy new spools of tape and then pinch it in there, and then it's all good to go. This little micro guy, mini guy, is awesome. You should definitely get one of these for your go bag or whatever it might be for the back of your, in your vehicle. You never know when you might need some cord, and it'll cut it for you. Now the main event. This one I really wanted. I got a clear one so you could kind of see the workings inside it, but they have multiple colors. I really like orange paracord because I use it for camping and things. I want to be able to see it. I'm not really worried about it being camouflaged. So the way that this is plastic, and it's well built. It's a clamshell. It will actually, the two will go together. So you can refill this one yourself, which I'll show you in just a little bit. But if we walk around the outside of it, right here there is a belt clip that you could put on your hip. Me personally, I'm going to put some zip ties through it on my roll bar of my Jeep in the back and have it as an automatic dispenser whenever I need paracord. I think that's going to be a really great addition to the back of my Jeep. And then you have your razor here for cutting it. And this one does have a little clamp spot to actually hold your rope in place so that it doesn't spool out. And then if you have a colored version, this is actually the peephole that you can see through and see how much you actually have in it. Now, These can only hold 50 feet of cord, which is not a ton when it comes to it, but also it's pretty much a good, I think it's a good amount for what you might need in a kind of emergency or major situation. It has rulers on the top if you did want to measure something, and then it has a little loop here where you could put a loop and you could hang this in some place as well. So well built, well thought out, a lot of neat little features with the belt clip, the ruler and the hang spot, and also being able to see through and hooking it. So that's pretty sweet. But how does it function? So the way that it works is you just go ahead, pull out whatever you need, and then wrap it across the front here. I do find that gripping it here is better because if you start pulling, it'll actually fray it because it'll keep spooling it out. So you just put your finger on there and cut it. There you go. Now you've got your jump cord, your paracord right there. And then I reseat it in there and it can just stay just like that. Real simple, real awesome, cuts easy. That's the one thing is like, it's nice having a bunch of paracord, but sometimes you need to cut it. And if you don't have a scissors, this is such a great option. That's why I think that they've really done a nice job in making this tactical rope dispenser. I really think it is great. Now I want to break this apart and share with you how easy it is to take apart and to re-spool, basically refill, and then you can use this over and over again and not have to throw it away or get another one. I'll get my screwdriver out here. So there are 3 points on this where you have basically a screwdriver would be best, but I'll just use this and you just kind of put it in and give it a twist, and it's already breaking apart or pulling apart from it. So you put it a twist, and those are the big ones. Then there's a little one right here, and then now it'll just clamshell apart just like that. And then you have your spool of cord. So you can just go ahead and rewind this. Don't wind it too tight because it will actually become so tight it might be kinked. So be careful when you're winding it. But then to put it back on, you just pop it in here. There's a little groove down here where you want to make sure that it's feeding out of, because it does have a feed out hole. And then line her all up. And see how it just runs smooth? There you go. You want to make it sure it's all the way. I made that mistake once too. I didn't have it all the way, and it was just kind of falling apart and spinning out, but I didn't have it clicked. So now it's clicked all the way along, and it's back together. So now I had this idea, like I hate when it's frayed, like I like to melt my ends. So I had this idea that maybe I could mount a lighter right on this thing, have that accessible, and also be able to singe the ends. So let's see how that works. I'm just going to take a little bit of duct tape, tape it around it. This is strictly an experiment. I don't know if this is going to work, but it seems like it would be a pretty cool option. So let's just take a little bit of duct tape. Additionally, this could be, how am I going to want to do this? Because if I pull it out this way, I singe it. Okay, yeah, we're going to want it this way. Additionally, you could wrap a ton of duct tape around this, and this could be a duct tape holder too, where you could actually dispense it from it, you know, if you really needed to get some strips of duct tape. But for this purpose, we're just going to do it real quick and easy like this for you. I think I could also use electrical tape too, but basically I think I'd wrap a whole piece of duct tape around it now that I see it. But if I had something like this, so my thought was, I pull it out, I cut it, and then if I want to finish it off, I can just finish it off. And I don't know about you, but I always press the bottom so that it's kind of all put together. And now it's finished off. So I might get like a mini Bic and tape it on here. That would be pretty awesome. I don't know. What do you think? Would you tape a lighter to it? I think that helps finish it off in that, you know, you do have them fraying, but some people don't care if they fray. I'm kind of a fan of making sure that they're finished off right and that they don't fray. So if you found this video informative and useful, if you'd hit like, that would be awesome. And as always, just remember, life's a hike, so hike happy, and take a really cool tactical rope dispenser with you, with maybe like a little mod like this so you can finish off the cord on the end. What do you think of that? Let me know in the description. Tell me, do you think you'd do this mod? I think I'm going to get a mini Bic, and I'm going to tape it right there, and it's going to stay there. Especially since it's going to be cooked in my Jeep. Anyway, till next time, take care.